What's up, guys? So I am on the roof of my childhood house, and welcome to my Q&A video. Alright, so we're gonna get started. Let me just get the questions up. Thank you to everyone who sent in the questions, by the way. All the questions are really interesting. I can't wait to answer them for you guys. So let's get started. Okay, so I want to start out with a question from my boy Che, and he says, over here people argue with me that it's impossible to be a professional and especially make money out of riding. What do you say about that? And I've already answered this question for him, but I thought that it's a really interesting question and I want to answer it in this video as well. In my opinion, it's very possible and within reach. I think that if anyone has ever done it, and trust me, a lot of people have, just, you know, look at how many pros there is. If anyone has ever done it, you or I can do it too. Of course, it will take a really long time and a lot of hard work and a lot of patience. But honestly, I believe that whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. We're all born equal, we just work at different things. Some people work more than others, but then that shows in the results. And during those years that are coming up, you might have to do other work for money. Like myself, I've been working since I was 17. I didn't start riding Flatland till I was 18, but I've been doing random jobs. Like I've worked in warehouses, meat factories, shops, bike shops, anything. So I just worked at many different jobs, and you have to do this for money because, you know, you need money to survive. But eventually you will get there. Just keep grinding, keep believing in yourself, stay strong, and you'll get there, man. I think most important is to believe in yourself and don't let others' opinions affect your inner voice and kind of what you believe. Tune out the outside voices, tune out other people's opinions and listen to your voice. Have faith in your vision and your dreams. Take consistent actions and it will happen. Okay, next question comes from my boy Attila, the owner of Flatland BMX. So he sent in a couple of questions, so I'm just going to answer a few of them. How come you live in Ireland and not Poland? I moved to Ireland when I was 10 years old because my dad found a job in Ireland, and then like our whole family moved there. I think he and one of my brothers moved there first, then me and my ma and my sisters. I can't exactly remember the order in which we moved, but my whole family moved over to Ireland eventually. So yeah, I didn't really have a choice, to be honest. I actually remember I was really against it because I had all my friends here, I went to school here. But now that I look back at it, I'm really grateful that my parents made the move and, you know, kind of created a future for me where we didn't have to worry about money, because Poland was in really hard economic times at the time, and you know, there was just a lot of struggle in the family. So I'm really grateful. I'll be forever grateful to my parents for giving me the opportunities that they gave me. Did you see Flatland first in Ireland or in Poland? I seen BMX in Poland when I was a kid, but I didn't discover Flatland up until I was maybe like 15, 16, and I didn't start proper riding Flatland until 18. So Ireland, do you want to ride more competitions? I've actually made up my mind that I think I'm going to take a break from competitions for this year and just focus on getting my level up, traveling as much as I can with my bike, and just really growing as much as I can as a person and kind of figuring out other things and just experiencing life as much as I can, you know. And then next year I think I'm going to do another training camp just like I did now, except I'm not going to do a course, or maybe I will, I don't know. And just focus on training, and then after the camp I'm going to hit up as many competitions as I can and test myself. Will you do a bigger edit? What do you mean by bigger edit? I mean, I've done like the Cabal edit, I've done a couple edits of my own. There's an edit coming with my boy Reese, who recently visited me. Stay tuned for that. Can't wait to edit it. I have so much footage that I just need to get through. But yeah, I'll keep making edits. I definitely want to document my own progress and, you know, keep showing you guys what I can do and kind of keep inspiring you guys to progress yourselves. Sean Harwood asks, what type of geometry are you looking for with a Flatland BMX other than a park or street, and how does it help? Okay, as far as the frame, I think the top tube is shorter, although nowadays people
ride street frames just as much as they ride flat frames, so I don't think that really matters anymore. However, with the angles, they are a bit different. Like the head tube angle might be a bit sharper, just kind of make the bike more responsive. Definitely a shorter stem helps as far as the responsiveness on the front wheel and even the back wheel. Bars, they're pretty much the same as street bars nowadays. There isn't much difference. Like back in the old times, not even that long ago, there used to be like weird bars with dips for more leg space, so it's easier to get your legs over. But nowadays, I think flatland bikes have progressed so much that they look like street bikes, although they have flatland geometry. I think they look really good nowadays. I like the look of street bikes compared to flatland bikes, though there's some really sick flatland frames and bars from the old times. And how does it help? Just the general responsiveness of the bike. Oh, as well, the forks. For example, I ride forks with 0 offset, and some people ride just normal street forks. I think it's all personal preference as far as geometry goes. And if you want certain things to be easier, go for less offset or shorter stem, or you might like it better with a longer stem and more offset. Just try out different things, have a go of your friends' bikes and just see how you feel on them. But yeah, it's just personal preference, and it helps with the responsiveness of the bike and helps you feel more comfortable on it. Okay, next question. Burnley115 asks, are you sponsored from Rad? Me and Stan are really good friends. I'm not like officially sponsored, but he does support me in my riding and what I do. If you're watching this, Stan, what's up? And he also asks, how long are you riding? I'm riding for around 5.5 years now. The homie Matt G asks, what riders was your BMX inspiration when you started? And who is your biggest influencer now? Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the video, but if you type in Hilltop Hood's nosebleed section into YouTube, it's the first music video that comes up, and it's just an edit of Simon O'Brien riding to the song. And I don't know who made the video, or if Simon O'Brien wanted his riding to be with the song. I mean, they're like, Hilltop Hoods and Simon are both Australian, so I don't know if they have some kind of connection. But yeah, that's how I first discovered Flatland, and that's definitely who kind of got me into it. And as far as my influence now, I think every single rider that I meet and, you know, that's really active and kind of putting stuff out there is an influence to me. I try to be inspired through as many sources as I can, and, you know, definitely Matthias' riding and Kevin's riding and Dub's riding, all the new school riders are definitely stepping up their game and kind of paving the way for what Flatland is. But as well, my friends like the Brazilian crew, Mizo, Lucas, Pequeno, even the guys who I haven't seen in a couple of years like Zebu, Balu, Buyu, they've all influenced my riding so much that... And as well, my mate Reese from Scotland, who I recently was riding with. But I think whoever you ride with is going to influence your riding, even in the smallest ways, like do one thing differently. Like, for example, I remember when I was doing one-handed spinning steamrollers, I used to put my knee to the bar, but then I seen Pequeno put his foot at the head tube instead. And I think that's a much better way, so I tried it and it worked. Whoever you ride with or whoever you watch, like if you don't know people who ride, can influence what you do. Justin_element asks, what's your opinion of England in general, and also the riders that are in England? England's cool, man. I'm not against England. I've been there a couple of times and the people always treat me well. It's kind of like Ireland, similar to Ireland. But yeah, I like England. I like every single place in the world. And what do I think of English riders? They're fucking unreal. It's crazy, like there's so many good English riders because you guys have so many good skate parks and so many good spots that the riders there can just ride and not have to worry about the weather, because just like in Ireland, the weather over there is shit most of the time. You just have good conditions for progress, and any riders that come out of England are usually very sound and pretty funny in my experience. Thunder Action Sports asks, why BMX? What else might you have given your time and effort to?
Who knows, man? Why BMX? Well, when I was growing up, I was kind of antisocial and I didn't really want to join a team sport or have a coach over me, and I didn't really like the idea of rules. And I think everyone who rides BMX will agree that they didn't want a coach, or they don't like just having rules. They just want to do their thing and express themselves, and I think BMX is the perfect form of self-expression for someone like that. Before I started BMX, I was trying a lot of different things. I was experimenting to see kind of what I liked. I've tried breakdancing, which I failed at. I tried skateboarding, which I learned a few tricks, but I didn't really like it. I was really seriously addicted to gaming for a while, like PC gaming. I used to play World of Warcraft obsessively when I was young. That was just, you know, a waste of time in my opinion. If you're a gamer, I have nothing against that. It's just a waste of time in my personal opinion. I've always known that I meant for something great, and I would have eventually found something to express myself through. If not BMX, then who knows? It probably would have been dance or skateboarding if I stuck with it. And obviously now I train calisthenics, I do yoga, but that all connects. Like, it's all human movement, and anything that involves your body and mind is gonna translate onto other factors and other sections of your life. So I think whatever I might have done, I would have found my way to calisthenics and yoga and all that kind of stuff eventually, but I definitely wouldn't have been the same person that I am today if not for BMX. 40 Oz Flatland Dan asks, why don't you ride brakes? I just don't like them. I mean, I like seeing people ride with brakes. You can do crazy stuff with brakes, but I just don't like the feeling of them. I think your riding feels much better brakeless. It just feels much smoother. I just like how the bike looks brakeless. I don't like the look of brakes. Why do you ride Flatland over any other discipline? When I was a teen, I used to ride like a bit of street, bit of park, but that was just kind of messing around with my friends around the estate. Not really taking it serious, not really thinking about progression as much as I do now. I don't know, I just love Flatland. I just love the feeling of doing tricks. I never really liked being up in the air. I do like street, but Flatland, it's just different. I think there's definitely an artistic side to Flatland that you don't find in park or street or dirt, and that, I think, as well as the athletic aspect of having to train as much as possible and practice these tricks. As well, over the years I've noticed that park and street riders don't like to ride on their own, and Flatland riders really kind of have to, like most of the time. In most countries, you don't really have many people to ride with. I just have that kind of personality where I like to be alone, just doing my thing and focusing down and just, you know, getting it done. And I think Flatland is perfect for someone like me. And he also asks, do you think Flatland is dying? Do you think it will make a comeback? Honestly, I don't think it's dying. Like, there was a stage where there was maybe a period of time where it wasn't really that big, but I think Flatland has definitely made its comeback. It's getting bigger by the day. All the riders are trying their best to make it grow, including myself. And you know, I wish there was more kids who got into it, and not only got into it but stuck with it. I wish they didn't get scared off by the difficulty of it and just kind of stayed more patient. And that's for everything really, because anything you do, you need to be patient and you need to work hard. If you don't, you're just not going to get anywhere with it. I think it's definitely made its comeback, and it's only going to continue to grow. Okay, so I think I'm going to finish the video off here. I answered all the questions. I don't know which I'm going to use in the video. I've been filming for 25 minutes, so we'll see. But thank you to everyone who submitted questions for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope, you know, this was at least in some way entertaining or inspiring or teaching for you. And I want to be as honest as possible with you guys, because I believe that if I don't give you all of me, then what's really the point me making these videos? But anyways, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.